Oh, no. Oh, my God, from behind. Baseball bat in hand. Oh, baseball bat to Goto. Blasting him with the bat there. We will be hearing from Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Roman Reigns. And there is the challenge from Roman Reigns. He wants to face John Cena at Survivor Series. ECW and Monday Night Raw might be destined to do battle one-on-one. Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. We are close to Survivor Series, aren't we? This is the penultimate episode of Monday Night Raw before Survivor Series rolls into town, and we revealed plenty in last week's edition. Throughout not only Raw itself, but throughout the rest of the week as well. And it is certainly going to be another thrilling night, I think, here for Monday Night Raw, even though it's far from a Monday. We have plenty to talk about here tonight. You're seeing it right there. We're going to be opening up by... first we're going to be opening up by hearing from the Raw General Manager, which I know is happening. But there is the opening match of the evening, which is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Randy Orton. Tanahashi, of course, voted in to the triple threat match at Survivor Series, voted in by you lot with a unanimous victory for the Once in a Century talent. He will take on a man who I believe came second in that voting, probably with a handful of votes. Tanahashi, anyway, will of course go to Survivor Series, will represent Monday Night Raw, but will be fighting Randy Orton here tonight in what should be a thrilling contest, as should the main event of this evening. Sting versus Lars Sullivan. Champion versus champion in the main event. World Heavyweight Champion versus United States Champion. Thriller, no doubt about it. Sting certainly got himself busy on SmackDown Live last week. We'll see how that'll go for it all here tonight when he prepares to take on the Freak in what will be his build-up towards a match against Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. That is all to come. But let's start things off from the top by hearing from the Raw General Manager, Mr. Dredge. And there he is, long time no see for the unit himself, but he is here right now. Oh my God, he's gone through some ropes. That was not comfortable for him, I imagine. Mr. Dredge is here. The comfortable part is dropped now. He just wants to go by Mr. Dredge, and Mr. Dredge he shall. The fucking unit is back. Good. I've actually, I've missed that stature. I've missed a unit. Nevertheless, Dredge is here, and he's going to take his first protocol discussing his absence, saying that he wishes he could have been back sooner, but it's okay because he's back now, and he is going to be blowing the roof off the joint here on this edition of Monday Night Raw. Because of it being the penultimate Survivor Series, penultimate Raw before Survivor Series, I do have a few questions to ask regarding that whole scenario. Just what is next for Monday Night Raw going forward? Especially with everything heading into Survivor Series. And there is tackling the issue right there. You saw what happened on ECW with Downfall, and he is ready for that matchup, because even though we don't know SmackDown's response, certainly we know Raw's response, and that is yes, the match is on. The challenge is accepted as it was laid out by Downfall last week. So that means at the very least, we are going to get Downfall versus American Alpha at Survivor Series. It comes down to SmackDown Live on that last one. But Dredge certainly isn't done yet, and he is talking about last week, talking about the attack on Brock Lesnar. And he wanted that to happen. He told Sting to go and do it, and Sting happily did. This is, after all, as Survivor Series is proving itself to be, it's about brand supremacy. So Mr. Dredge making a wise decision there. Well, is it wise picking on a beast like that? So to Christian James, and nice. Okay, good job. I'm right here. Hello. I'm the one doing everyone's job. Okay, never mind. He says that the Raw brand will come out on top, and he assures that will happen through any means necessary. To anyone, though, to superstars on both brands, watch their backs, because they will never know what could hit them. That is the end of Constable Dredge's message. Goodbye for now. So, a little bit of takeaway from that, but I want to focus on that last part one moment. You never know what will happen. Is he saying that his superstars are going to go out and attack ours from behind? Yeah, Very commendable general manager. Alright, well, you know what? If he wants to go about it in that fashion, leave him to do it. Survivor Series will do the talking. There's no doubt about that. I certainly have a conflict with Constable Dredge coming up on that evening. Of course, it is going to be Constable Dredge's Monday Night Raw's Roman Reigns. I don't know why I call him Constable Dredge again. Mr. Dredge's Monday Night Raw Roman Reigns against my ECW's John Cena, lighting in a one-on-one contest. That, of course, is not the main event of the evening, though, and it won't be the only time they'll be clashing that night either. We, of course, know, as of what we saw from last week, that on top of that, Magnum Opus will have to focus on Chris Jericho and Oney Lorcan of the Four Horsemen, and Cesaro and Kassius Ohno will be two of the four representing the opposing team against against the British Empire. We'll be seeing Cesaro and Ohno in action later on this evening. As for tonight, though, we're going to be seeing a man in action, of course, who has a chance to have a shot at the World Championship, the next pay-per-view, should he win the Triple Threat at Survivor Series. Tanahashi voted in by all of you unanimously. And Tanahashi almost had a clear vote. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 to Orton, and I think it was 2 to Benjamin in return. It was something along those lines. Tanahashi absolutely obliterated the voting. No doubt about that. I wish I remembered the full number, but I think it was something about 11 or 12 to Tanahashi, maybe. I think I'm making that one up. I think that was for someone else who we'll talk about later on this week. What I do know is that Tanahashi won it absolutely hands down. There is no doubting that one whatsoever. Actually, I'm going to look at the stats right now. Maybe I wasn't that far off with 11. So nevertheless, here comes Randy Orton towards the ring. No, actually, I'm looking at it. Maybe Tanahashi at about 9 compared to 2 and 2. So definitely a convincing victory for the ace of the universe anyway. No doubt about that one. There is Randy Orton, though. He's probably not best pleased about getting second place and all of that. He wishes that he was the one voted in, especially with the performance he put in last week. And, of course, on top of that, the reality that his arrival to Monday Night Raw has sparked a resurgence for Randy Orton, and he has gone right back into the spotlight, especially by attacking Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Roman Reigns, as we saw on the first week of this universe. There we go. I was trying to find out what I was saying there, but nevertheless, here are the two men who will fight each other. Of course, how apt, given I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I think, that Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Shelton Benjamin in one-on-one action. And now we see if Tanahashi can beat Orton as well on the way to Survivor Series. On the way to that confrontation with, of course, as we learned, Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. We're talking more about them as the week continues on. No doubt about that one, but this is a great way to kick off Monday Night Raw. There's no doubt about that. See a card like this and you think, wow, this is going to be a great night of action. No doubt about it. And I completely can agree with that statement when this is how we're kicking off the evening. Orton, Tanahashi, veterans in their own right, absolutely excel in their own ways. Nevertheless, we will see who will get the win out of these two here. Tanahashi is ready, so too is Orton. I imagine there might be some bad blood within the Viper. The fact that Tanahashi has a spot that maybe Orton believes he deserves. The reality is it goes to the ace. And as a result of that, Orton, if he wins here tonight, might prove to the people that they voted for the wrong guy. That this was Tanahashi's slot, not Randy Orton's. Sorry, this was Orton's slot, not Tanahashi's. My apologies there. However, if Tanahashi does win, which if Randy Orton just tries to wrestle a normal match, Tanahashi more than likely will, the reality of the situation will be that Orton, how is Orton going to overcome Tanahashi in that regard? And I also think with the support that Tanahashi has on this brand, as we saw in the voting for him, that how are the people going to side with Randy Orton when Hiroshi Tanahashi is not only perhaps more resembles them more and can feel a closer attachment to them, but at the same time he's also the better ring competitor, and a victory will certainly prove that. Good work here by Orton right now, though. Did just transition out of a hold into a side headlock. Tanahashi maybe getting up to his feet. Orton looking pretty commanding right now, and a knee right into the face of the ace. Not only keep Tanahashi down for a few seconds, though, went for a drop kick to the leg. Orton Cocky in the fact that he stopped it there, but Tanahashi in. Jumping shot there, and Orton went down, and now the strikes continuing on between these two in the ring here. Tanahashi step up enziguri. There is nothing that the ace can't do in this ring. They can absolutely wow you. That sounded wrong. That sounded offensive. What I meant by that is that everything Tanahashi does in this ring has that element of it that you are just astounded by. How Tanahashi can pull off so much in this ring, and even when he can pull it off despite being on the back end of everything. I talk about sometimes in matches how Tanahashi does seem to be on the back end, how he seems to be hurting. That's almost like it's a part of Tanahashi's matches, like he's expected to start losing at some point. Against Randy Orton as well, a caliber, the caliber of athlete that Orton is, you will expect that. You will expect Tanahashi to be on the back foot. But maybe it's all a part of a Tanahashi game plan. I'm not really too certain. What I do know is that Tanahashi tends to more often than not walk out with a win than a loss. As a matter of fact, I think he is still undefeated on Monday Night Raw since arriving here in August. The end of August. Tanahashi some 2 months undefeated on this brand in that case, and has had some tough competition in that time as well. Good counter there from Randy Orton, kicked him right in the gut. Orton now, Fez press, and down goes Tanahashi, trying to cover up there, but it's all to no avail. The ace to seek breathing, I guess. Don't know where I was going with that one. Seek. Saving on the outside, goes up to the top rope now. Orton able to stop him quick enough, and look at those shots unloading. Counter though by Tanahashi. What are we going to see from him here? Oh, went free. Twisting high fly cross, but that didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Orton evaded, and now Orton has him right here. Orton's got him in. Apron hung DDT. Vintage Orton, as we know it. And Randy Orton could have the ace wrapped up right now. Orton in on Tanahashi. RKO, no! Countered by the ace. And down goes Randy Orton into the mat. Tanahashi with an incredible counter. Good counter there from Randy Orton. Oh! Ran right into that drop kick to Tanahashi. Chinlock applied now. Will this put away Tanahashi at all, or is the ace going to be able to fight his way out of this one, I wonder? Certainly feel as if Tanahashi is not going to give in as he fights his way out of that one. Up to his feet now goes Tanahashi. Gets countered though. Elbow in the leg from Orton. Goes for the drop kick. This time Tanahashi's having absolutely none of it and catches him in for that suplex again. Tanahashi now could be in for victory, but what does he have up his sleeve here to beat Randy Orton? Sling blade to Orton. Is it time for Tanahashi to finish things? Pulling himself up to that top rope. The ace is in position, and Orton is getting up to his feet. Tanahashi must have thought he had things sealed there, but he didn't. Orton goes back down though. Tanahashi thinking tactically there. Goes right up to the top rope. Is he in position to strike this time round? High fly flow. 1, 2. Kick out from Orton at 2. Tanahashi cannot believe it. And look at this now. Orton in with a counter. And not only that, but Orton back on the front foot here. Oh no, look at this. His signature backbreaker from the second rope to Tanahashi. And the ace is in agony. Orton taking a moment there to strike his pose. And here we go. Tanahashi could be in huge trouble right now. Orton in. And with ease has Tanahashi back down. What will we see from the Viper here? Nothing. Tanahashi brings out the counter. But oh, might be a little worn-torn there with Tanahashi because he seems slow trying to go for that. And in the end, he was slow executing it as well. Tanahashi down right now. And Orton taking Tanahashi again to the ropes here. Tanahashi hit. Oh no! Down on the ace again. The apron DDT could have Randy Orton hitched up for victory. Covers Tanahashi to end it. And Tanahashi kicking out almost right away at the count of 1. Oh no. He missed the first time. Will he get the second one in? RKO from the Viper to beat the Ace for the first time. Tanahashi kicks out of 2. No way was the Ace giving in there. There was no way that there was no way that Hiroshi Tanahashi was going to be finished off, but there, the Ace wouldn't allow it, and now Orton is almost sizing up Tanahashi here, looking at the downed Ace, and just leaping on the chance. Tanahashi down and in deep trouble here. I think there's a cut emerging on Tanahashi's head as well, and of course, Orton, being the Viper, being as sadistic as he is, he sees it and he hunts after it like a shark that smells blood. You better believe that Orton is going right after Tanahashi there. Can the Ace get himself out of this chinlock right now and get himself back into this match? You best believe he can. Tanahashi stays down for absolutely no one. Great counter there by Tanahashi. Turns around Orton here. Straight jacket, German suplex in store for him. What can Tanahashi do to try and end this whole thing? To seal the deal with an almighty victory. Orton pushing him away there. Tanahashi may have had something big in mind, but got downed instantly with that drop kick. And Orton is making the absolute most of this opportunity. There's no doubt about it. Lining things up here. Oh, what a counter from Tanahashi. May have fooled Orton there with it. Great stun gun counter. Tanahashi up high. Here we go. High fly flow. 1, 2, and again. Orton kicks out again. 2 high fly flows, and the Ace hasn't finished business. Forearm in though, and another one. Tanahashi, Pele kick. Will this be the flurry to end it all? Sling blade from Tanahashi, and third time should be the charm. Up high, here we go. High fly flow. 1, 2, no, he does it again. Orton kicks out again, and Tanahashi is enraged by this. And he almost has every right to be so. Tanahashi should have this one by now. Tanahashi in, rolling up Orton to put things away. And Orton kicks out again. Orton kicks out again, and he's still fighting on here. Both these guys now trading counters back and forth with each other. This is outstanding. Orton now in. He's rolling up Tanahashi, but his hand was underneath that bottom rope. Orton, though, able to down Tanahashi here. Going to send him into the turnbuckle. Will he come running in after him? He will not. He will come in slow and calculated. But oh, what a knee in the face there to Tanahashi. What a counter from him as well. Up and over that top rope goes Randy Orton. And Tanahashi has a nasty impact planned for Orton. Back suplex onto the apron. One rough landing indeed for a Viper, but Tanahashi countered and sent, I think, into that ring pole, but he's right back into the bearings and right back into the ring as well. Step up Enziguri, and the Viper goes down. And Tanahashi again. He nailed him with it. Sling blade from Tanahashi, but what are we going to see here? Look at this. Rolling cutter from Tanahashi. I don't think there was intentions for Tanahashi to finish things with high fly flow. Big time rolling cutter, and a gorgeous one at that. Almost like an inverted RKO. And it ends Randy Orton's hopes here at Monday Night Raw of being the first to beat the Ace. Tanahashi is indeed your winner on Monday Night Raw. A thrilling contest meets a thrilling conclusion. What a bout from both men there. But in the end, the Ace just enough in the tank to hold on for victory as he lines up for Survivor Series, as he lines up for Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. Tanahashi your winner. And one thing is for certain, whatever the case is, Tanahashi will always be a safe bet. Will the same apply at Survivor Series? We will find out. Nevertheless, it is time to move on to our next contest. It has been many, many years since they last teamed together. But now tonight, we have the reunion of them in action. Kassius, Ohno, and Cesaro as a tag team next. And well, there are the men they will face. Yes, Heavy Machinery did have an incredible contest a few weeks back against American Alpha, but that is not what we have to focus on here tonight. What we have to focus on is the reformation of a team once known as the Kings of Wrestling. Cesaro and Kassius Ohno never really showed any indicators of wanting to get back together as a team, of wanting to be that again, but here tonight, they've almost been forced into this scenario. It's not like they wanted to do it, but they had no choice but to do it. Cesaro, of course, saw his friend being attacked on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago. And then on that ECW the same week, went to that show, attacked Neville. Neville. A close friend of his as he once was, and laid him out in the ring. And now we move on here to see what is up next for these two. And what is up next for them is Survivor Series in that 4v4 contest against the British Empire. We know it is going to be Neville, the leader of the British Empire, Drew McIntyre, Zach Gibson, and the Cruiserweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. against 2 from Raw and 2 from SmackDown. The 2, of course, from Raw, Cesaro, Kassius Ohno. The 2 from SmackDown, as we learned last week, are Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes, which should be a very, very interesting venture for the American show-offs as well. The British Empire certainly have the bit between their teeth to walk out with the victory on that evening. And I know they're ECW, and maybe for that reason I should be hoping that they win, but they're not representing ECW in their actions. Who is representing ECW in their actions? Well, it's John Cena, it's Adam Cole, Seth Rollins. You could even say Downfall, because they haven't done anything disgusting. They've just made the challenge. But the British Empire do not represent the best interests of ECW. They're attacks from behind, they're jumping, they're pleading victim when something doesn't go their way. That's not ECW. That is not. That is not the brand that I have had a part in building, and that is not a brand that Seth Rollins has been the face of for over 400 days either. That is not the brand, the ECW, that everyone should know. Absolutely no doubt about it. That will all come to pass, though, at Survivor Series. We'll talk about it more then, but as for right now, we have to see what Cesaro and Ohno have heading into that Survivor Series match. Because obviously, say what I will about my distaste for the British Empire, there's no doubt about it that they are 4 very talented athletes. They are 4 very skilled athletes, and they are 4 men, of course, who as a group can work exceptionally well together as well in doing what they want, how they want to, when they want to. And so the reality of the situation becomes then, if that's the case, then surely we need good offense in terms of a tag team work from Ohno and Cesaro, and in the same breath as well, we need to see them not only just working well as a team, but controlling the match as a team, being able to take care of people as a team, because of course it's going to be 4v4, it's going to be chaos come Survivor Series. There's no doubt about that. We need to see them taking care of business, and that's exactly what they're doing here. It's like they never missed a step. And it has been a long time indeed since they were teaming with each other. Great kick there from Ohno. Kips up after it, but it allows Dozovic to make the tag into Tucker Knight. Here we go now, Knight and Ohno. And Ohno German suplexes Knight upon his immediate arrival into the ring, and have a nice forearm there as well. Kassius Ohno exploding out of the gates quicker than what Tucker Knight certainly did. That's for certain. Ohno in, through the ropes, drop kick. Lovely piece of work there from Kassius Ohno, and you got to assume wherever the British Empire are, they are watching, they are taking notes, they are realizing the strengths and weaknesses of this team. And one strength right now has been the way in which Kassius Ohno completely returned control of this match to himself and to Cesaro. There's no doubt about that one. Here we go. Double arm drag there, and down goes Tucker Knight once more. Cesaro now the legal man in this matchup once again. What can the Swiss Superman do here? Nice forearm. Off the ropes comes Tucker Knight. And in comes the spinning European uppercut. Gorgeous piece of work there. But Cesaro is now on the back foot once again there. That headbutt from Tucker Knight could have done things. And it certainly has. Look at the slam there. It's amazing to see the former world champion, the Grand Slam champion, I believe Cesaro is, being taken apart like this. Not being, he's not controlling this one. Has to be said, he's kind of on the back foot for a little bit. But then again, so too is a certain Hiroshi Tanahashi in his matches, and he always seems to walk out with a win. So you know what? Maybe a little bit unfair. Oh, but Cesaro, and there's the uppercut into the chest. There that struck, and they might strike the final blow as well. The very move he locked in on ECW for us all to witness. Deville tap, the sharpshooter on Tucker Knight. Will this finish business right here, right now, for the reformation of the Kings of Wrestling? It absolutely will. Tucker Knight taps out. Cesaro, Ohno, your winners. Yep, they controlled that one. No doubt about it. And a great return there for Cesaro and Ohno in terms of tag team action. There's no doubt about that one. Oh no! Here come the British Empire! Here's McIntyre, here's Neville, and here's the beatdown. The individual beatdowns have passed. Now the group beatdowns go with it. And they're getting revenge. And they're sending their message along with it. Sickening. Well, surprise, surprise. Give the British Empire an inch, and they will make sure that they give themselves a mile long worth of reasons to hate them. And that is exactly what they just did there. Neville and McIntyre responsible for that attack there, the two focal parts of the British Empire behind that attack. I do not enjoy seeing stuff like that, no doubt about it. But it has happened. And fact is, we have to embrace that. Nevertheless, we move on here on Monday Night Raw. It is all heading into Survivor Series. I have condemned it once. I can condemn it as much as you like. It won't change the fact that they will keep doing it between now and Survivor Series. And when that date rolls around, then and only then will it be time to see what the British Empire is about. And then and only then will we see what the British Empire, if they will be able to stand the test of time against Cesaro, Ohno, and the American show-offs. We'll see about that, but as for right now, we have action here. Continuing on Monday Night Raw, nothing to do with Survivor Series right now. So are these next two matches, you could argue next three. Sorry, kinda not. This match, though, absolutely has nothing to do with Survivor Series. It is Jinder Mahal going one-on-one against Sami Zayn. Zayn making his debut here on Monday Night Raw. He has been traded over from ECW. I know what you might be thinking. Why did I trade Sami Zayn over? Who did I get back? Because so far you've seen absolutely no one. And you're right, I haven't seen absolutely anyone. And I didn't trade for absolutely anyone. The reality of the situation is that I kind of did this out of a sorrow move for Sami Zayn. I felt bad for the guy. He's overwhelmingly talented, is Sami Zayn. And the reality of the situation is there almost wasn't a place for him on ECW. I hate that I have to say that, but it's the truth. He was stuck. There was this kind of there was this barrier that Zayn just couldn't get past, and he was stuck there, and it sucked in that regard. I did not like seeing that happen for Sami Zayn. And nevertheless, as a result of that, he is on Monday Night Raw, and he is going to be making an opportunity for himself on this brand. And I hope he makes a great opportunity for himself as well, because a guy like Zayn deserves the absolute best. And he's going to be having a good chance in that by taking on a former world champion in Jinder Mahal. Two former world champions colliding in the ring here. Sad reality is for Sami Zayn is that while Jinder Mahal never had a successful title defense in his 3 months with the belt, Sami Zayn never got the chance to defend his championship because he was put on the injury shelf by the now WWE champion Brock Lesnar. Nevertheless, we are underway here between these two guys. Both guys have had 2018s. Yeah, Mahal started the year as the world champion, but aside from that, he's done absolutely nothing. And like I said, Zayn has kind of been stuck on ECW. I feel sorry for the guy in that regard, but no doubt about it. A grand opportunity for him here tonight to show that he is ready to make a statement on Monday Night Raw. We're going to see a break between these two. We absolutely are. And of course it wasn't going to be clean. Cheap attack there from Mahal, but a great counter from Sami Zayn in. And Zayn now up and over with that sunset flip, covering Mahal. Thinks he has him here. And the Monday Maharaja kicking out as early as he possibly can. Chop in the chest there. Jinder will counter back with one of his own. Let's see what Jinder can do in this matchup. I think will be interesting. How is he coping after, you know, the defeat to Ohno a few weeks ago, and then is it last week, the week before? Hiroshi, I think it was last week, was it not? Hiroshi Goto being attacked by Lars Sullivan. Certainly not a commendable action. Jinder Mahal nevertheless got the victory out of it. A freak accident giving Mahal the... Sorry, not a freak accident. A baseball bat into the part of Hiroshi Goto, the back of Hiroshi Goto's head. Something that needed stitching shut because of Lars Sullivan at Payback. What I can confirm, and I know I'll confirm it again in the main event this evening, we are on for the US title between Hiroshi Goto and Lars Sullivan. They will meet for the US title at Survivor Series. That match has been signed. That match is happening. And it's a shame that Dredge didn't announce it at the start of this evening, but I will announce it for you all right here, right now. Zayn, though, taking good control here over Jinder Mahal. Blue Thunder Bomb, and this could be it for Zayn. Victory on his debut. Not quite. Kick out there from Mahal at 2. Sami Zayn, though, staying on the money. He knows what he needs to do to finish it. And here it is. Helluva kick by Zayn. Cover Mahal, the world champion, with 1, 2, and 3. Has been beaten. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn. Victory has been achieved. For the underdog from the underground, Zayn, your winner here, and a good job indeed for him as well. Glad to see that achieved by Sami Zayn. Well done indeed, man. You hopefully will make a great name for yourself here on Monday Night Raw. I cannot wait to see if that'll be the case or not. Let's hope. Anyway, that Zayn will be able to make a name for himself. Nevertheless, we are moving on again here on Monday Night Raw. Again, nothing to do with Survivor Series, but everything to do with people we saw debuting a few weeks ago. No, it's not Ronda Rousey. Instead, it is one half of the duo that we saw debuting a few weeks ago in the women's division. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, of course. Mandy Rose will be the one in action next. Alright, well, it's Mandy Rose's chance to prove herself once again. Kind of surprising, actually, that Rose is in action and not Sonya Deville, but I guess there's a reasoning for that, and, well, we're about to see it right now, I think. Mandy Rose ready to make her debut, another match here for herself on Monday Night Raw. Let's see how that one will go for her. Sonya Deville, as I said, is accompanying her towards the ring as well. Do wonder when Deville's debut will come around in ring, and I also wonder when, as I brought up her name, so maybe, I wonder when Ronda Rousey will be in the ring again. We'll see about that, but what we do know is for certain is that the Raw Women's Champion Asuka certainly has a target on the back of her head, and certainly might be wanting to fire a target as well. We saw her last week on Raw decimating Natalya in one-on-one action, and I think that was to prove a point to everyone who thinks that they can take care of the Empress. That's just not happening. Asuka's the champ for a reason, and she will prove her point. There is no doubt about that to anyone who thinks they're brave enough to step in the ring with her. Nevertheless, if you don't know what I'm on about, by the way, that is relating to recent attacks. An attack made from Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, on Asuka a few weeks back. Nothing has come of it yet, but I wonder what will. Nevertheless, we have that to focus on at another date. As for right now, Mandy Rose going one-on-one here against this local competitor. Just a tune-up match, I imagine, for Mandy Rose, all things considered. For her to prove her worth here to the Monday Night Raw brand, and to show everyone what she is made of as well to go with it. And Rose is already looking to end. No way, no, already! Bed of roses for Mandy Rose. Not even interested. The entrance was longer than the match. Mandy Rose wins in seconds to prove her point. Victory sustained without even a bead of sweat. Rose, wow, what a quick win there. Oh no, as a matter of fact, it was maybe a bit too quick for Mandy Rose's liking. Oh, business isn't done here, is it? It is absolutely not. Oh well, Here we go. Mandy Rose is taking care of business now. She wanted a bit more out of this matchup, and now she's going to get it, because here we go again. One more time. Better Roses. And the woman goes down. Mandy Rose stands tall. My goodness. That sign in the crowd was certainly right. Every rose has its thorn, and that was the thorn side of Mandy Rose shining through. I don't really have much to add about that, but certainly if Rose is going to be acting like that and Sonya Deville has her past leading her into this business, these two may be on a collective conquest to take over the Monday Night Raw Women's Division. We'll see if that'll be the case after Survivor Series. I think Little Birdie is telling me that, well, if Asuka's not going to be fighting Becky Lynch, she's not going to be in Survivor Series. That's simple. Let's move on, though, to our main event of the evening. Here we go. Champion versus champion. What a main event this is. Lars Sullivan versus Sting. All right, let's start things off huge in this main event, then. I don't know why I said that, but still. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. It's the Stinger coming towards the ring. The World Champ made quite the statement last week, and it wasn't on Monday Night Raw. Yes, he beat Triple H last week in the main event, but that was not where Sting's week ended. Oh, no. Sting took himself to SmackDown Live, and in the culmination of Lesnar versus Samoa Joe, when it looked like Lesnar had Joe beaten, there was Sting. Out of the shadows came the World Champion, and 2 Scorpion Death Drops later, the Beast was down. The show went off the air, and within maybe 15 seconds of that, Brock was back up to his feet, and he wanted to find Sting. Sting was long gone. The same thing he used to bring into SmackDown, he used to get away from it. And the reality was, there was no Sting for Brock Lesnar to face. But at Survivor Series, there will be. Brock Lesnar versus Sting will happen. And that is all about brand supremacy. That is all about seeing who the better world champion is on that evening. And of course, it is going to be a match that we absolutely don't want to miss. So too is this one. Sting in the ring, ready for this one against Lars Sullivan. That much is for oh, sweet Jesus. Sting does his work through the shadows. Brock Lesnar does his face-to-face. I can only assume Lars Sullivan is passed out backstage right now, or even the Freak showed fear at the sign of the Beast, because that is the WWE Champion walking down Monday Night Raw's ramp to his theme on the show that he has just invaded. Brock Lesnar is here, and the fight, you best believe, is going to be on between these two. Sting is almost egging him on to start this. He stares at him now from across the ring, and the title is dropped. The fight shall commence between these two. Here we go. They are wasting little time. Sting and Lesnar on the outside right now, and no one's going to be wanting to break this one up. That's for certain. Lesnar, though, face to face with Sting, seems to have got the bounce on him. Seems to have gotten one over on him here. He has the Stinger right now. Look, he's just trying to assert dominance as Brock Lesnar, but that's not happening. Stinger fighting himself out of it. The brawl is on between these two right now. These two phenomenal world champions here. And they're all about just trying to keep each other down. That much is for certain, but Lesnar's going swinging. Lesnar going far with that one. Sting, though, kicking back, striking back. DDT, and Lesnar in his head hits hard. This fight, well, this main event certainly isn't happening, but this fight is right now between these two, and Brock Lesnar seems to be on the back foot just a little bit here. Stinger getting in the ring. He wants to fight in front of his people. He wants to represent them all in the ring, and Lesnar will only oblige. The fight is on between these two, and here we go. The referee just trying to get out of harm's way, I would imagine. Lesnar trying to take it up, trying to take it a Sting in the early stages. Share STO, and down goes the world champion. Face to face, Lesnar trying to take care of business, and there's a German suplex for your troubles. It seems as if already Sting could be in trouble. Sting is in huge trouble because Brock Lesnar has him, and a trip is on its way. One trip directly to Suplex City, courtesy of the WWE Champion. And Lesnar's just manhandling Sting right now, and he hasn't stopped at Suplex City. He wants to take Sting to a more accurate part of it. Welcome to Powerbomb Plaza now. The trio of powerbombs to a defenseless Sting. This is Lesnar's return message, Sting. This is what happens when you start a fight with a beast. He strikes F5. And the dent that Sting caused on Lesnar has been returned with a bite mark from the beast. And of course, Brock Lesnar wouldn't be done there. Why would he be? Sting up on the shoulders of the world champion, and there's only one way he's coming down. Powerbomb onto his WWE Championship. Lesnar ain't done either. Oh, no. It's not on the outside. Not on the outside. Brock Lesnar. F5 to Sting. On the outside, no less. The thin padding. And the Stinger is down. The world champion assaulted. And Lesnar's taking his title. And he's going home. Beast and Vigilante at Survivor Series. Mark it 1-1 between the pairing here tonight.